What is going on, people? Jerry here with Blunt Trips, coming to you from the corner of Colfax Avenue and Havana Street here in Aurora, Colorado. Now, some of you are probably wondering right about now, what am I doing at a Walgreens here in Aurora, Colorado? Well, the answer is simple. This wasn't always a Walgreens. In fact, in 1979, this was the filming location that Clint Eastwood did his bar scene on the movie Every Which Way But Loose. Now, I spoke with a friend of mine who I met through this channel, and they're a native of this state, and according to them, not only was this the filming location that Clint Eastwood did his bar scenes for Every Which Way But Loose, but this used to be a location of a pretty jumping spot back in the 70s and 80s. The bar's name was the Zanza bar back then, and it was a country western bar. And according to Google's searches, the best I could see, they had some pretty big names that used to come through this bar back in the day. Go figure, as soon as I start recording, motorcycles start rolling through here. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, it was a pretty funny movie. It's been a long time since I have seen it, but it was actually one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. And I was a little surprised to find out that just down the street from the studio was the actual bar that they did the filming scenes from. Because Clint Eastwood has actually done 2 movies in the city of Denver. Right there by the Capitol, he did In the Line of Fire movie at the park there in front of the Capitol. So I was surprised to find out that he had a second movie that he had filmed here in Denver. But if you watch the movie, there's a few scenes in the bar. One in particular where he's beating up some people, he's in a fight, and he finds out that the people that he's hitting is the cops. That was filmed here at this bar at this location, as well as a few other scenes where him and Clyde are drinking in the bar, Clyde being the monkey. And I actually have a story about Clyde the monkey. I will tell you here in this video. I'll get to it here in just a minute. Let me move around here. But the movie itself was really good. It was one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. I want to get moved away from these people so they don't overhear part of this, what I'm telling you guys, and think it's like a personal story of somebody I knew. But according to Google, now I researched a little bit about the movie, and I'm not sure if it was part 1, which was Every Which Way But Loose, the movie that was filmed here at this location, or the second part, which was Every Which Way, I forget the second part of the movie. But apparently the Clyde, the monkey, the orangutan, was beaten to death by his trainer after the filming of one of them 2 movies. Based on what I read in Google, apparently the orangutan had grabbed some donuts on set, and the trainer of Clyde, the orangutan, was really pissed and took him back. And all reports that I read on Google state that the orangutan was actually beaten to death by his trainer, and that actually no charges were filed against him. I was a little surprised about that. So, aside from the movie being a great movie, there was, a dark side to it based on what I have read on Google. Now, I'm assuming, again, it was part 2 to the Every Which Way But Loose, and the second part was actually called Every Which Way You Can, was the name of the second one. But I don't know if the orangutan in the second part was the same one, or if that's like the final movie that the orangutan did, and he was beaten to death because of an incident on set of that movie. But one of the 2 movies related to this series, the orangutan was killed based on everything I read. And that series of those movies was based on Clint Eastwood going around beating up mob bosses and bikers and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Again, it has been a long time. Now, aside from being a filming location for Every Which Way But Loose, or the bar scenes and stuff, again, this was also a jumping bar from in the 70s and 80s from what I read. And I believe the actual bar was built in the early 60s, if I read correctly. But this was a pretty jumping spot for the natives here of Denver. Based on all the stories I was told, this was a jumping spot. Now this spot right here, there was a scene filmed in the movie somewhere right about here in this road. There was a scene filmed in the movie, and I'll include a picture of it. Now, in addition to Clint Eastwood being in the movie also starred Geoffrey Lewis, Sondra Locke, and Beverly D'Angelo played in the movie. But that scene that spot had a scene with Sondra Locke and Geoffrey Lewis in it, right there by the road. I'm gonna go ahead and start working my way back to the car. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, be sure to do so. One more look at the road. Again, that's the scene where Geoffrey Lewis and Sondra Locke did their scene in the truck. We were sitting outside the bar, the Zanza bar. Just making sure I cover the whole area. Now, for those that are familiar with the area, you guys have seen a huge change over the years here in Denver, here on Colfax. But looking at some older videos that were done in like the 70s and 80s, the biggest thing I noticed off Colfax is there's no more electric poles. The place used to be covered with them, but that gives me the ability right now to walk down this road without banging into poles and stuff. But this is the filming location where the bar, Zanza bar, was. That all the inside bar scenes from the movie Every Which Way Loose was filmed. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and bounce. Until next time, you all stay cool.
Daylight on the horizon, shining back at me, makes me think of my baby coming home to me. Down the riverside flowing, flowing, she's still there. I can't see where she's going, but I hope it's near. Life ain't what it seems. There's still a part of me that's trying.